Bonjour tout le monde. Hi everybody. Welcome to the Cyber Academy Café. How are you today? I hope you're doing great. I'm very happy. Yes, I'm very happy to have you with me. And hi, Trickster. Thank you so much for not only for being there, but for your help. It really touches me a lot. Uh, thank you so much. And everybody, I want to give him a shout out. Like, if you don't know him, just go follow Trickster. He's doing a lot of great things. Please take care of it. So we're on YouTube and Twitch. If you're listening this as a replay, well, don't hesitate to send me comments or your questions. I'll try to do my best to answer them, even if the live is over. But during the live, don't hesitate to ask your questions. We have two subjects today to go through, and then we're gonna be in sync with the French version of the Academy. So it's gonna be cool. Today we have two subjects. I'm talking about social media security basics. And also, I'm gonna talk about cyber violence and cyber bullying. So I'm starting a campaign of 3 articles about it, and it's gonna be a really hard subject, but we need to talk about it more. It's really important. So, as I was saying, I hope you're doing great today. And well, why not start this with the social media security basics? If you want to go in order of the subjects they've been published. So I'm not gonna talk again about the strong passwords and two-factor authentication. I already did it many times. So if you want to go and learn more about this, go see the article or the videos about 5 tips for securing your home devices. And you're going to get everything about this. So we're going to have more time to talk about the rest. Okay, so social media has become an integral part of our daily lives, but it also presents significant risks to our online security. To protect your privacy and data, it's crucial to follow some basic practices. For tips on using secured passwords and two-factor authentication, read our article, like I said, 5 tips for securing your home devices. I'm Michel T Dallaire from Cyber Academy, and I'm going to be your host today. I want to talk to you again. Also, if you have any kind of problems, it's going to be more in the second part of this live cafe, but I'm going to talk to you about the virtual guardians. But I'll be right back on this, so don't worry. Well, it's really important on social media that you go visit the parameters of your platform you're using, all of them, not only one, and check your privacy settings because they are changing a lot. Sometimes there's new options, sometimes options that have changed, sometimes policies have changed. So it's really important to go in there and watch over what's going on. So maybe like once every 3 months, go in there and make sure you everything is set up properly. Ensure that your posts are visible to your friends or trusted contacts if the photo or the text contains information that are personal information or contain places that you where you are right now, because some hackers use where you are to go do something else where you are not. For example, let's say you just posted a message that you're outside town for a week, and like you're all happy and stuff, and the person see a person see what you're doing and says, "Oh, he's not home for a week." So it's gonna prepare something knowing where you live. Sometimes that's someone you know, and he's gonna go at a house and he's gonna do a bulgari or something. So it's gonna be the highs of the day, and you don't want that. So don't say it to everybody. Also, restrict access to your personal information. Limit the visibility of your profile and photos to you and your friend lists. I can't stress this enough. Um, Sometimes when hackers try to build a fake profile, they are going to take your pictures to make it as real as possible and your informations. That's why you have to keep them private. And they're gonna try to contact all your friends and say, "Oh, I don't have access to my account anymore, so I created a new one." And then they're gonna try to do some phishing and scams. You don't want that to happen. So what's really important is to block your friends list. You can leave it to friends, but I strongly suggest that you put it to you only. So what's going to happen is only you will see your friends list, but your friends will see the other friends if they are mutual friends with you. But it's the only one they're going to see. They won't be able to see your whole list, and that's quite the deal here. So hackers use all these information I just talked about to learn more about you. Some may even monitor your movements to see if you are traveling, leading to burglaries, knowing that you are away. Cool, cool, cool. It's going great. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the chat. I'm gonna be happy to try to answer them. Be wary of scams. Cyber criminals often use social media to send fraudulent messages aimed at stealing your personal information. So be skeptical of unexpected messages. Do not click on links in message from strangers or even those of people you know if they do not speak as usual. Let's say you have someone that write you messages in a certain way, and then the new messages are totally different. Like you can't recognize the person. Maybe his account has been hacked. That happened. Or and if they make some sense of, they create some sense of urgency in the message, like, "Oh, please send me money. There's a urgent manner," or stuff like that. Or those beautiful ladies. Oh my God! If it's too good to be true, it's because it's too good to be true. There's not that these top model woman that with an account that's gonna contact you and say, "Oh, I want to be the lady of your life for the rest of your life." You're dreaming. It's someone else. Could be very surprised. That is just trying to get information from you, and they are gonna play you the big game, but it's not real. They just want to try to steal your money. Have a good coffee, I hope. Um, I know I do. uh, okay, I was trying to unzoom here. Okay, there it goes. Um, Verify the profiles of contacts. Before accepting a friend request, make sure the profile is authentic. More and more platforms are offering a special badge, but be wary of that too, because if even if they tend to try to verify all the information, it's as long as you're paying for the badge that you get the badge. So it's not really objective. So watch out, because someone can use your someone else's information and try to create a fake account, and they can make it happen like it's a authentic, valid person, but it's not. It's made with fake papers and stuff. Okay, next one. Avoid sharing sensitive information. Think before posting. Avoid sharing your address, phone number, or financial information. Use your privacy settings. Like I said earlier, limit the visibility of sensitive posts to a small circle of people, and be cautious with games posts. Oh, this one. Okay, sometimes there's these little games, like in Facebook, we see them often. They give you a bunch of questions, like they seems like just random, careless questions, unimportant stuff, and people fill them, and then you have to share it to 5 other people, and they do the same thing with everyone, but they have to change the answers to the question. So what it does is you don't realize it, but after a few questions here and there in between, they're gonna put some questions that looks like the questions that are asked for your security questions, like for bank accounts or stuff like that. So you don't realize it, but you're giving your informations. And what's important is there's the Wayback Machine. That's a website on the internet that's memorizing everything, and you can't delete stuff. I saw stuff in there that was dating from 1995 from websites that do not exist for over 10 years, but the information is still in there. So OSINT, OSINT, they use this to try to recreate your personal profile and then create a fake account. So even though it was old information, you can't erase them. You have to do like a very complex, hard request to Wayback Machine to try to delete these information. So like everything, once it's posted over the internet, it's not yours anymore. There's nothing you can do about it, and it's really, really, really hard to clean that. So give the as less as possible. Don't give too much pictures of your kids and child. Like I know everybody's doing that. Oh, it's so cute and stuff like that. I can understand the feeling, the recognition need that we have inside us. It's really important to nurture that, but it's also very dangerous. Like a lot of stuff you're gonna put in there can be used against your children later once they're 18 years old. So there's going to be no way for them to delete that, and they never ask for that. So you're the one doing it. Be cautious of that, please. Also, when you put pictures that shows stuff around you, now thanks to image search engines and AI, a photo can be searched to try to find your address. So you don't even have to give your address. They can try to locate it, not even searching themselves. They just put that in a system to do the search for them, and they're gonna find your address. So, oh yes, that happens. Okay, next one. Third-party connections. Okay, this one is gonna be a little, technically a little bit harder, but it's really important. Um, you know, sometimes you go on a website and you don't want to create the old profile. It's really a complex thing. So what you decide to when it's offered is like to use your Google account or Microsoft account or Facebook account to create the profile on the platform or to connect to that platform. And what it's going to do, it's going to create a third-party connection with the platform, and so and then most people just click OK, 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 and then they don't read. But that gives the access to that platform to read your personal information on the other platform. So um, yes, it helps to go faster to connect, but it also gives an opportunity for that uh, platform where you're going to uh, steal your information. It's not that the platform itself is going to steal your information, but if they get hacked, these hackers are going to have access to your uh, Google or Facebook or whatever platform you're going to be using, though that's dangerous. So go in your settings. There's a place, a specific place where you can see all the apps that you authorize to have access to your social media account. And you can review these apps permissions, like in apps or in websites or stuff like that. And then when it's something you're not using anymore, just remove the authorization. You have options to do that in your account. I know it's more complex, but once you get used to it, you'll see it's going to be really easy. So make sure that also the app you decide to create an account on is something that is recognized, something that is secured, and it's not just an obscure application that nobody knows. So if you follow these steps, you can significantly improve the security of your social media use and protect your personal information. If anybody has any questions, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch, just enter it in the chat. I'm gonna see your question, try to answer it. All right, that was a lot of talk. I need a sip. So, still asking, is everybody's doing great? It's a little. Well, here I'm near Quebec City, so it's kind of shady here. But I'm hoping to have the sun like in the next few days. A lot of storms in the south is coming back here and giving us a hard time. But it's still summer. It's still warm. I don't want to have the winter and the snow yet. Not ready for it. Okay, so we're gonna go on our next subject. Um, a bit harder. A bit. This one is touching me like deep down in the heart, and it's because I'm working with a lot of people that are living these situations, and um, sometimes it's hurting. That matters to me a lot. And so I decided to do a campaign of 3 articles about understanding and preventing cyberbullying and cyberviolence. This is the first one, the first article. I'm going to go with adults in this one because sometimes we tend to attach these situations to our kids or teenagers, but it also affects adults. So I decided to do it differently and go with adults first. Um, yeah. We're absolutely we're gonna have some workshops to show this. It's just that right now in these videos in this cafe, I had a lot of subjects to go through. So, but eventually that's exactly where we're going. But if you can't wait, if that matters to you right now, really soon we're gonna have our video courses. It's very not that much costly, but it's gonna show you everything you need to know, and you're gonna get help to understand your platforms and go among your security. Um, Yeah, later, absolutely. Later is the important word here, but I understood that right away. And yeah, we're gonna go through this. But right now, let's get back to not that I really want to, but we need to cyberbullying and cyberviolence. Uh, the rise of digital technology, cyberbullying and cyberviolence have become increasingly concerning issues affecting not only young people but also adults in various contexts, including professional, personal, and online spheres. So we're going to address this. What is cyberbullying and cyberviolence? There's a difference between the two. Cyberbullying among adults manifests as aggressive, repetitive, and intentional behaviors through digital platforms. This can include threats, public humiliations, the spread of rumors, or persistent harassment. Um, so everything that people are doing to to bully someone over the internet is cyberbullying. That includes everything. In the media, what we tend to see on TV and stuff is what happens to kids and teenagers, and that's the most common thing we see on TV. But there's a lot of adults that are going through, and the one in the media that we see the most are with our politicians. These people work really hard to try to help the society and stuff, and we get sometimes really hard on them. Not that maybe a couple of them deserves it. I wouldn't go that far, but in the mind of the people doing this, that's what they think, and they think they are safe behind their screen and keyboard, but they are not. Uh, if more and more people are should like talk about it and should declare this to the authorities or stuff like that, there would be less and less of that. These people, most of the time, they wouldn't go in your face and say it to you. They would be too afraid. But behind the keyboard, they feel like they're safe. And that's a very wrong way of thinking and thinking they be secured. We saw people going in court because of that and get a lot of problems. But as they were saying, maybe because their lawyers told them to say that, oh, I only meant this as to say how I feel and stuff like that. Well, you didn't use the right way to do it. And that's what we see the most. Because adults, they tend to try to fix the problem by themselves or try to say, oh, I'm strong enough, or they're just going to live with it and have a lot of trouble inside of them. Mental issues and stuff like that are coming. Gonna talk about it in a few minutes. So it's really hard. And the difference with the cyber violence, it encompasses broader actions such as hacking, doxing, the disclosure of personal data or videos or stuff like that, or even psychological exploitation through digital means. Like blackmailing is another one that can be used. And sometimes, like, okay, let's say you broke up with someone you were, and you two in your when the time was right and stuff like that, maybe you were doing some I don't know, some sexy videos, let's say. And then once they broke up and it was not really good and it didn't end well, the person decided to have a revenge and try to post these videos. And that's going to be really hard on people and they're going to feel bad. So this is cyber violence. And this is not acceptable in any ways. So it has to be addressed. So how to identify cyberbullying and cyber violence? It's essential, to recognize the warning signs such as persistent harassment messages, attempts at emotional manipulation, or the dissemination of private information without consent. A victim may experience, and that's what I was talking about, stress, anxiety, even sleep or concentration disturbances, and even more. Suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. So don't let yourself go there. There's a lot of help that can be there for you, like the cyber guardians I was talking to you about. Maybe they are more in French, I don't know. But I'm going to try to have them to talk with us in the next few weeks or as later. So if sometimes you need help, that's a place to go. And I think if Trickster is nice enough, he's going to put the link to, even if it's in French, that's okay. But he's going to put the link of some resources with the Guardians. So yeah, don't let yourself go there. So how to respond to cyberbullying and cyber violence? The very first thing is do not respond. I can't stress this enough. It's crucial not to escalate the situation by responding to online attacks. Avoid engaging in provocations as this can worsen the situation. So, there's the link. It's Guardians, Gardien, plural, virtuel, plural in French, virtuel with an E instead of a, .Quebec. So, Gardien virtuel, plural, both words, .Quebec. So, yeah, you can go there and try to get some help. But that's the one for Quebec. Eventually, I'm going to try to find them like everywhere in the rest of Canada in English and in United States and maybe in Europe. So don't worry. With time, stay with us. Hang on with us. I'm going to give you the information everywhere I can find it. So, yeah. So avoid engaging with provocation as this can worsen the situation. So what the best thing to do is take pictures, take snapshots of stuff and keep them. So just in case the situation goes further. Document the evidence. Keep copies of messages, screenshots, or any other material proving cyberbullying. This can be useful for legal proceedings. And then go on the platform, erase the message first, then block the person. And if it goes too far and the person find a way to go around the blocking, you can also signal them to the platform. And the platform, they're going to take this in charge at some point. If they get too many problems for one person, it goes against the usage of the platform. And what's going to happen is the platform can close their account and they won't be able to reopen a new one because it's getting harder and harder to create a new account on the platforms nowadays. So what you do is use the reporting tools, use the abuse, block the aggressor, but anytime you do that, take pictures before, delete the message, then block. Because if you block first, you won't be able to take the pictures. And the other thing is you won't be able to delete the message. So you won't see the message, but people will still see the message. And maybe that's not what you want. So do that first. Also, and what's going to happen when you block someone, they can't see anymore what you're doing. It's as if your account doesn't exist anymore on the platform, and you won't be able to see what they're doing as if they were not existing anymore. So it's going to help you. And most of the time, like in most of the case, only doing this is going to be enough for the person to stop. And sometimes if you don't answer, if you see if the person sees you don't react, because that's what they want from you, they want to get the reaction, just don't do it and it's going to stop. That's in most cases, not all cases. So and then if you feel overwhelmed, consider consulting specialized psychologists, and even if there's more problem, go to the authorities, create a case number. It's really important. And then you can also go to the way of getting a lawyer, and he's gonna send like a legal document to the person, so they will have to stop. And if they don't, then they could go to jail and in court and stuff like that. So the more people's going to doing this, the more people will stop doing the cyberbullying and cyber violence. Your mental health is one of the most important thing in all these situations. So go get help. There's so many places nowadays with help. You have to use them. Like even the suicidal lines. Even if you don't feel suicidal, just go there. If they can't help you, they're gonna give you the appropriate number to go with, but they are so easy to find. You can find them anytime. So don't be scared to use them. Don't feel ashamed to use them because what you're showing, if you can say, oh, I'm strong enough, I'm gonna go through this. If you want to show that you are very strong, what you have to do is go get help. That's going to show how strong you are. I have a cheesy way to say it, but in the Avengers, when they try to fix problems by themselves, it's really hard. But when they go all together to fight problem, they succeed. I know it's science fiction. I know it's not real, but there's been some stuff during the course of the evolution of the human society where there's been slaves and stuff like that. They were split in small groups, so they couldn't do anything. They couldn't communicate. But once they got all together, they could reverse governments. They could reverse all kind of things. So grouping all together is going to help to get you stronger. So go get help. That's really important. You're important to me. So my advice, go get help. And if you don't know how to get help, communicate with me. I'm going to help you get help. So, and it's going to be, you can count on my privacy with that. So cyberbullying and cyber violence are not to be taken lightly, and it is crucial to be well informed and ready to respond appropriately. By understanding these phenomena and knowing how to defend yourself, you can protect your mental and physical well-being in the digital world. So it's really It's really a big deal, and you don't have to live this alone. Come get help. It's really important. And so in the next few articles, I'm gonna because it's a 3-week campaign, I'm gonna talk to you about kids and teenagers when they are cyberbullied, but also on the other wing, I'm gonna talk about what to do and how to respond, and be wary of the fact that your child can be an aggressor. And even if you think he's the angel, maybe something has changed. Maybe he has been forced into something you don't know. So it's really important to know what to do and just not close your eyes and say, "Oh, it's impossible. My kid did that. He got a good education and stuff like that." All that stuff can change, and for sure, they're never going to tell you they're doing it. It's not how it works. So yeah, there are things to do, and helping your children is not to take their side, is to help them go through this phase and try to not destroy their life before it's even started. So that's my point. It's to try to get them out of that wrong way and go back to a good path with care and good a good cyber care minding. That's what I was searching. Sorry. So that's what it's gonna be on my next document. So please don't hesitate to go on our website. We're on most platforms like Facebook, Pinterest, a cast for the podcast version. You can go on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. Um, I think I've said them all, but I'm not sure. I'm not on Instagram. Well, not yet. I'm not on X, social media, so don't go on these ones, but I'm on all the others. And the live show is going to be at some point on Facebook and on TikTok too. The thing is, I need 1,000 followers on TikTok. I'm not there yet. And on each page, like the French and the English. And I need that 100 plus 60 days because the page is really new on both my pages in English and in French. So, well, if you can give it a thumbs up here and there and share all that stuff to everybody so more and more can be done, that would be really great. You can also access my free ebook that's going to help you a little bit. And we are going to have some video courses, and there's going to be a community you will be able to join to be able to have the latest in cybersecurity and coaching, personalized coaching, and stuff like that. So it's really, really cool. Well, thank you for being here today. I can wait a couple of more minutes if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'm gonna end this cyber cafe. And like I said, if you are re-listening this show and it's not live anymore, you can still communicate with me on any of the platforms, and I'm gonna do my best to direct you to the right place or try to help you myself. So don't be afraid to use it. So I don't see any question. Thank you everyone for being here today. I love you so much. Take care of yourself, please, and take care of your family. Educate everyone around you. And on this note, we'll see you next week for another Cyber Care Cafe. It was Michel T Dallaire with you, and we'll talk to you really soon. Goodbye.